Good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're right, 'cause it's time for the predictions video. So, of course, we got the Valentine's 2026 skins, and, well, if you get a good look at them, consider watching the Rust rotation video for February 12th, 2026. We got some pretty strange-looking skins being accepted. Now, I should also point out the first 24 hours of sales have passed. So, get a good look at that real quickly. I'm not going to sit here and talk about, like, proper estimates in regards to how much they're likely to sell by next week. But you can get a very rough estimate pretty quickly and notice, yeah, that Wings of Death SKS is going to probably go over 30,000 subscribers. Which might be a bit problematic considering we are expecting even more SKSs to be accepted. So, of course, we'll talk about that in a bit. But, of course, we can look at all these skins and try and figure out which of these skins potentially the best investment for this week, which of these skins might help us walk away with some sweet, delicious looking profit. So, sit back, relax, let's start yapping. So, let's now go over to here. That is what it looked like earlier, and this is what it looks like now. So since then, about 4 hours have passed. You might sit and say, no, 3 hours, yeah. I had a kip, I fell asleep. Sorry. So, yeah, quite a decent amount of sales have happened since then, subscribers. About 500 an hour for this SKS. Not really sure what happened with this. I mean, you could just go back over to here, that spinning wheel. There was potential problems because apparently the text wasn't like, well, commercial free. I guess that's the best way of putting it, yeah. But I think that's been changed now. So if you've noticed the text has changed, don't be surprised that was intended. So, of course, I look at all these skins and I question what's actually going to work out quite all right. Well, considering with the first 24 hours of sales passing, it should help out in trying to figure out things that, might work out all right. But let me sit here and say, by default, I'm not really anticipating or expecting anything to be a-okay, especially considering next month it's March. As we roll into March and April time, typically we see the player count drop off, although today, not too bad. Lots of people turned up, but of course, still fairly close to the release of the naval update. Are you still enjoying it? I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of nerfs and changes and whatnot, lots of stuff like that for March and whatnot. I should also point out lots of Hack Week things being worked on at the moment as well. So clearly the devs are enjoying themselves, relaxing now after the naval update's out, but it wouldn't surprise me to see some changes and all that. So, yeah. Look at last year. Lots of people turned up. And then it eventually drops off around March and April. It's a routine thing that happens every single year. Look, the year before, 90,000, 82, 82, 80. And it rises back up for the summertime. So we expect the exact same thing to happen all over again. So don't be alarmed. Don't be too worried. Just be aware. Less people playing, less demand for skins, lower prices. It will probably last at worst like 2 months, and then after that, we start anticipating the summertime. June, July, August, that's where we're expecting prices to improve ever so nicely. So, okay, cool. So let's hop back over to here. If we're expecting potentially there to be problems, we should, approach this with like a, smarter approach. It's definitely going to be a situation where we might prefer to just stick with abnormal barders. I should point out there's a lot of skins this week that aren't abnormal. When you're on rusthelp.com, it quite literally tells you what's abnormal. But then you got this, this, and this. You got a lot of skins that aren't abnormal this week, which might be a bit of a problem. Now, if you're sitting there and a little bit confused, you might be wondering, what on earth is an abnormal? What is this guy talking about? Consider watching the Ruskin Abnormal Barders for February 12, 2026. Consider watching the first 5 minutes of this video because it'll kind of really help you understand. When skins become marketable a lot earlier compared to, when the Rust rotates, we get like a nice early insight in figuring out whether like a skin could actually retain its value, if it's going to be okay. Like last week we had the Heatseeker SKS. It sold a lot. Surely people are going to want to buy it afterwards, right? Well, no, there was complications. We knew there was going to be a lot more SKSs appearing and whatnot. Just listen to what I say. And skip ahead to the actual Barders chapter where we actually proceed to do the Barders. Listen to what I say in regards to abnormal Barder support. Because you'll see pretty easily how it all gets broken down. And then at the end of the day, only one skin I was curious about. Only one skin I actually went and jumped in and bought straight from the Rust store. I bought 100 of those pirate and old pirate revolvers from the previous week. But I felt justified because the support was very, very strong. Watching that will help you out. Understand pretty much everything that we're what we're referencing and talking about. So, as I look at all these skins, what's looking to be the most reliable investment for this week? It'll most likely be Lovestruck Tac Gloves. purely based on the fact that, well, Lovestruck is the most complete Valentine's collection we've ever seen. With the arrival of the tactical gloves, we have seen these spike them on, spike a price ever so nice. Whoa, you're $5 now? Well, there you go. I was not... Okay, I've got a few of those to sell. I better get a move on. But anyway, yeah. Lovestruck has been very reliable. And 2 years ago, we saw the road sign gloves and boots being accepted. And when they came out, they sold significantly less in comparison to the rest of the set. But we're not going to see that happen with the tactical gloves because basically, first 24 hours of sales, we've already sold more than these. Oh, that might be a bit of a problem. So, very rough estimate, I think the tactical gloves are likely going to end up at about 20,000 subscribers, which will slot in quite nicely with the other core pieces here and all that. But yeah, very rough estimate. 99 cents each, bright pink. Honestly, this is its only home. Although some people would still find it funny to wear pink tactical gloves, perhaps. We'll see. Anyway, I should also point out, I don't think we'll be seeing that many tactical glove skins for a while because I don't recall seeing that many for Lunar New Year. But there's plenty of other collections out there that would most likely appreciate getting some tactical gloves. Black Diamond, for example. Blackout. Whiteout, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know if we'll be seeing anything like that for a while. So, if it only does about 20,000 subscribers, that should be fine. But don't assume it's just going to rise up in price instantly. Those Lovestruck skins did take years to get to that point. I don't know if there's anything else that could come out to give this a boost. Maybe a jacket. We'll see. But you've got to wait till next Valentine's. Got to wait another year. It's not fun, is it? No. So if you do happen to own Lovestruck Tier 2, Tier 3 or Hoodie and Pants, now's probably a great time to consider selling. Looking at all these other skins, I think by default, I want to talk about the clothing and the armor, the other two pieces here, but I think more specifically, I think I want to talk about the burlap. Yep. I know a lot of people are like bigging up the Tier 2. I don't think it's as good as you might think. But with the burlap, I'm sitting here and thinking, you know what? I don't think we're going to see that much burlap clothing being accepted for quite some time. Maybe it'll change this year. Like, honestly, we still have like focused items of the month and whatnot for items that don't get that many skins. It wouldn't surprise me if we potentially see burlap potentially having a month. But I'd be open to seeing some pretty cool looking designs. Like, I've seen some collection continuations being made. I've seen Forest Raiders burlap. Will it ever be accepted? I don't know, but I think Face Punch probably thinks it's too pay to win. So anyway, bright and pink and silly, nothing else compares to it. And then of course you might question, but what if we see more burlap skins being made this year? I've got to be honest with you, I don't see much of it being submitted. It happens every now and then, but I don't really see it. So let's just look at all the burlap pants as of recent. Let's go by most recent. We'll probably roll the way down to Christmas time pretty quickly. There you go. Yeah. So, being brutally honest with you, yeah, you got Legacy burlap there. Yeah, you got like the teddy bear ones. You got some Lunar stuff right there as well. But the reality is we just don't see much of it being accepted. Didn't get the naval ones. That's unfortunate. And we go all the way down to like Halloween. That didn't happen. So at best, I would expect maybe another pair of burlap being accepted. Just one more. That's all I would expect. And most likely it'll probably happen for a holiday as well. So we'll see what becomes of that. I'll sit here and say that and watch next week. We'll probably see the other burlap clothing being accepted. But seriously, we don't see much of it. People like it. It's not hard to make it. It's bright. It's pink. It's silly. It's pajamas. I think people probably will be appreciating it. But don't assume it's going to go up in price insanely. Like at best, maybe it only might go up by about 30 to 50%. Still profitable, but not insane. And also, not exactly the highest selling skin out of all the other skins this week. So, yeah, that's in a pretty interesting spot. And then, of course, Thorned Love Tier 2. Quite a lot of people instantly wanted me to do some comparisons with green clothing and armor. I just whacked on Forest Raiders. So if you want to get a good look at what I did, consider watching the restoration video. Scroll down to the chapter where I say, where is it? Thorned Love Tier 2 Green Camouflage, question mark. For about 10 minutes, I'll go ahead and showcase it in the grassy plains, in bushes, in a forest, and of course in the jungle. And to be honest with you, in the jungle, not too bad. But everywhere else, the red stands out. Everywhere else, the red is noticeable. Now, if you're on a massive budget, okay, maybe you might not care. Fair enough, all right. But I don't think there's going to be enough people to support it. And also, you're not going to see a collection continuation until next year, next Valentine's, if it were to be accepted. Oh, so basically, I'm not saying no. It does work in like the jungle. I'm not really confident it'll be working out nicely everywhere else. Also, $2 a piece. That's pretty pricey. I'm sorry to say, but I don't think it'll be holding. I don't think it'll be A-OK. I can't help but assume there might be some problems. But if we do see Thorned Love hoodie and pants or tier 3 next year and it gets accepted, ooh, okay, that might be pretty interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing hoodie and pants because if they make it so the roses are all hidden away when you put armor on, that would be greatly appreciated as some nice cheap greenish sort of clothing. That might be cool. But again, not going to see anything till next year. So I would probably just stick with a low bombarder. But by all means, if you like what you see, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators, keep them nice and motivated to keep putting out nice creative designs in the future. So, all right, congratulations to Rovs. I do believe that's, yep, technically the second batch of skins he's ever had accepted. Props to you, good sir. Right. So, looking at all the other skins, what's also looking pretty interesting, I'm starting to question a lot in terms of what actually might be okay, but I think the chair. The amount of support this chair got just before we even saw the Rust or even rotating to Valentine's, I put out some videos showcasing it. People are going crazy. You could go to micro522.com. You know, the top performing skin out of all the Valentine skin, it was the chair. How's it currently looking right now? In fact, let's just quickly go back. Let's just scroll down to Valentine's. I want to see if it's gone up even higher. And yeah, no, it's still the same. Okay. I was expecting potentially to have even more upvotes and whatnot. Whilst it kind of has had. Anyway. So, all right, cool. So this chair in particular, do you like my thumbnail that I made to showcase how you should be using it? Oh, that took forever to get in position correctly. Anyway, we don't get that many chairs, do we? Nope. Will we see another chair anytime soon? Most likely no. But every now and then someone does try. So let's go to most recent. Yeah, we saw a Christmas one. Yeah, we saw a Lunar New Year one. Scroll. All of these, they're not that good, sorry to say. That was a proper, genuine attempt, but unfortunately it wasn't accepted. Scroll. None of these are going to be right. Hang on a minute, go back. What do we see right there? The Fallen chair, yeah. That is back in the summertime. Are you noticing a bit of a problem here? While some interesting designs are being submitted, it's like one every 3 months. Oh. Okay, cool. So, first of all, how often do you even use chairs? Well, okay, that might be a bit of a problem then. But I understand that a lot of people want to use this for funny, stupid, goofy things. You want to stick that in the corner of the room, don't you? You want to capture people, handcuff them, and stick them in that chair. You want to raid people, destroy their base, leave them sleeping in the corner, but put that chair right in the middle. So when they wake up, they see that's right there, you know. If you have any other silly ideas, feel free to comment below what you're going to use with that chair. But that is selling a lot. They had over 10,000 subscribers after the first 24 hours of sales. People like it. People want it. People are buying it. But it also might reach up to potentially even 30,000 subscribers, which might be a little bit too absurd. It's also not abnormal, which is a problem. So I'm curious. Very, 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 very curious. But will the silliness last forever? Will people always keep making jokes about it? Or will it die off after like a month or two and then people just can't like forget about it? We'll see, all right? I'm not feeling 100% confident with it, but I would have to respect it had tons of support. Ridiculous amount of support beforehand, so feel free to comment below your thoughts in regards to that chair. Are you happy? Have you already bought enough? Right, we'll leave it at that. I'm curious. It's just, we don't normally see that many chairs. Not sure if it's going to instantly okay. I should also point out, though, technically speaking, all the DLC you see here counts as a chair. So, right, we have seen that. I think the next thing I want to talk about is probably the Jackhammer. Yeah. With a wonderful name such as that, that's also been getting quite a lot of laughs. Now, Jackhammers, we probably see a decent amount of them every single year. Now, I should also point out, this current Jackhammer we have, it also glows in the dark, but only basically from your vision. You have to kind of get right behind this Jackhammer just to actually notice the transparency. So as you'll see, the glow, sorry. As you can see right here, it glows in that little bit right there. But if you're looking at it from the side, whilst you might just vaguely notice a bit of colour, you can't really see all of that. You can't really see like a... Is it a flame? I don't know what that actually is. But the point I'm trying to get across is, it's not like pay to lose. It's fine. Don't you want to run around with a cream pie jackhammer? Anyway, so does it even need the glow? Not really. It's also not abnormal, oh no. But it's also not exactly the highest selling skin this week as well. But even then, it's still sold a lot. And that can easily go over 20,000 subscribers. And it's been fairly quick since we last saw Jackhammer skin. So this could be building up to a problem. Let's say if we saw 10 Jackhammers this year. What if we end up with a month where it's the focused item of the month? Yeah. So basically, it might be all fun and silly and awesome now, but if we end up having another batch of them being accepted over the course of this year, it might not be so special then. Again, we just basically said the exact same thing with the chair. More specifically, will it always be funny? Or will it eventually die off and people forget? At $2, I will sit here and say, I could see this retain its value quite decently, but I probably will just stick with a barter still. And again, by all means, if you like it, just treat yourself, buy it, appreciate it. But as an investment, I'd rather wait until next Wednesday, look at the sales, and then make a consideration. Abnormal barters, it's not just buying abnormals, it's also figuring out prices for the regular skins as well. So, yeah, I want to keep an eye out with the sales. I want to keep track and make considerations then. Right. So, looking at all the other skins now, I will sit here and say, with all the deployables, yep, I'm counting every single deployable. So, aside from the chair, that garage door, the spinning wheel, the bed, I'm not feeling very confident with them. Now, in regards to garage doors, oh my, how many rust doors have we had so far this year? How many garage doors have we had this year? I believe we've had 7 rust doors so far this year. 9 garage doors already. There will be more garage doors. I'm not joking. Look at me. There are tons upon tons upon tons upon tons of horse-themed Lunar New Year garage doors. Like, let's just go take a look. So, with all the recent submissions, there's a lot of horse-themed skins. There's an awesome batch of designs. Like, there's some really, really cool-looking skins. The vast majority of Lunar New Year skins, yeah, it was garage doors. You shouldn't be too surprised to hear that. That's basically every holiday. But the point still remains, there will be more garage doors. Awesome, insane-looking designs. Yeah, you might laugh at the Cupid Alistair. Yeah, you might think, wow, that's amazing and super bright and awesome design. But there will be more. And you might recall about halfway last year, whoopsie, we saw a ton of garage doors being accepted up to the summertime. So let's just say around here, yeah, all of these skins were down in price pretty bad. Right now, it's pretty much the exact same thing, other than these two actually doing quite all right. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up in the exact same position like we were last summer. Nice looking skins, but there will be more. Last year we had a record-breaking amount of garage doors, 39 in total. At the current rate of acceptances, we will surpass that with ease. Like, we're a quarter of the way there already, basically. Oh dear. So, yeah, that's why I'm not feeling very confident with the garage doors. Now, in regards to beds, I mean, it's a fine-looking bed, but there will be more beds. I saw a very nice-looking Lunar New Year bed. We've got Easter just around the corner as well. And just general designs being accepted. Like, it's absurd how many beds we've seen. So take a look at the Halloween beds. Take a look at the Christmas beds. Now take a look at this Valentine's bed. What do you reckon's going to happen next? Yeah, sorry to say, but I can't help but assume there's going to be problems. Spinning wheels, people don't care for spinning wheels. Now, if that were to be removed due to the issues with the text, okay, that might have been pretty interesting, but still, it's still got 3,800 subscribers. It's not exactly rare. So, yeah, people don't care about spinning wheels. I don't think you're going to be okay, especially considering we're expecting Lunar New Year spinning wheels as well. There's like 5 of them? Yeah, yeah, I'm expecting that to happen. So, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Sheep Matador, honestly, you're pretty sweet. It's just, there's plenty of other Sheep Matadors that exist. Whilst you might look alright for now, give it time, there will be more designs being submitted and accepted, and I wouldn't be surprised if it just gets lost in the shuffle. It's also selling quite a lot as well, so yeah, not feeling very confident. Right, so now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the SKSs. if you aren't fully well aware with the situation that's happened with the training SKS, I will be making a video discussing everything. This is the training SKS 2.0. On the workshop, it's just simply referred to as training SKS, but the original SKS is now referred to as the training SKS limited edition. Now in the rest rotation, I do showcase both of them. There's not that much different between them, other than the limited edition. Literally, there's only 2 of them that exist. If I could just scroll down, only 2 subscribers. This is the training SKS. That was the super rare one. Well, they've made some changes. They've made some tweaks. That's what it is now. I can't put a price on that because I have no idea how much it's worth. It's whatever people want to offer for it. Only 2 exist. So, wow. Yeah, that happened. So, basically, you're not that. You're just an SKS. We are expecting a lot more SKSs. Even with Lunar in the air, there's some very interesting designs being made, and I would not be surprised if they get accepted. And after that, think of all the collections that I greatly appreciate getting another weapon skin being accepted. No Mercy. You could also consider Blackout collection. I feel like that's an inevitability. Both of them, No Mercy, Blackout. I expect it. I expect SKS skins for them. What else is there? Plenty of other collections. Black Ops, for example. Hellcore, for example. So, whilst that might look pretty cool at the moment, there will be more SKSs. So basically, just take one quick look and see what happened with the beds. Initially, the first few skins that come out, they're very special. They're the first ones ever. They sell ridiculous amounts, but then more and more and more and more and more and more and more appear. And now look at them. Down 53, down 70, down 36, down 46, down 47. Point made, it's a brand new Skinnables issue. Now, the only saving grace for the Wings of Death SKS is the fact that it's a hot pink design. It stands out. It's unique. And I don't think we'll be seeing another pink SKS until next Valentine's. So, alright, maybe that might be your saving grace. It's just, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. It looks nice. I respect it. But this is projected to easily go over 30,000 subscribers, maybe even more. And there will be more SKSs. And then more than that. And then more. And Twitch drops and kick drops. And it's inevitable. And that's why I'm concerned. There will be a lot more skins. There'll be far too much of you on the Steam market afterwards. Training SKS though for you, well, I don't expect as many, obviously, but I don't expect that much interest as well. Take a look at the training weapons. You might notice a bit of a problem. Clothing and armor, you're doing okay. The weapons though, that'll do amazing. This though, I think you'll drop off exactly like the training handmade NMG. You came out, you're not that interesting, well, by all means, if you like the sleek black design of the training SKS, buy it, use it, enjoy it, but I'm expecting it to drop off. I did question people, how often do you actually use the SKS? I mean, how many elite crates are you getting? Just saying. But, yeah, honestly, with all the ghost ships now, they probably will be a lot more abundant. Was it like 5% in elite crate? Something like that. Is it 2? 2 or 5? I'll go and rust help and I'll find out afterwards. Anyway. I am expecting more options to appear and I think people might prefer them. And I feel like it's an inevitability that at some point, eventually, we will see a transparent aim sight SKS. Because this right here, it's not the transparent version. It's the regular transparent version wing here. But we didn't have one with a transparent aim sight as well. So this is the one I made a short video of about a few days ago. Unfortunately, that isn't what we got. So, yeah. At some point, there will be a transparent aim sight one. And I wouldn't be surprised if people prefer that. Which now leaves us with the Satchel Charge, the L96, and of course the double barrel shotgun. So unfortunately, I just don't think people care enough about L96s, purely based on the fact that, well, for November, as the focused item of the month, tons of them are accepted. Oh my goodness, look what happened. Hellcore's holding up still though. That's alright, because what happened was that sold hardly anything, but then we got more Hellcore weapon skins being accepted, and that collection is actually building up quite nicely, so that's doing okay at the moment. But this right here, whilst you are a collection continuation, we're not going to see another collection continuation until next year. It's a nice white design, which I don't think we actually have that much of. But at the end of the day, only, what, 2? 2 of these are in the positive, that's it. The L96 is not appreciated. Skins do not work out very nicely. That is expected to drop off. Sorry to say. Satchel charges, we don't really see that many of them. But there's always this issue of, well, do you really want to skin something that's just going to explode? I'm going to skin it. Oh, there it went. The same thing would apply to like grenades as well. Initially, grenades did suffer. They didn't really work out very nicely, the skins that we saw last year. But then they got bought out and they're looking good. But last year, after a 2-year gap, we finally saw some satchel charges being accepted. Temple satchel appears, looks pretty sweet, glows in the dark. No, suffers, goes down the price. Didn't sell too ridiculously, doesn't matter, went down. People didn't appreciate you. The reasons why these worked out was because we didn't see any for about 2 years. So due to a sheer lack of new skins appearing, people just bought them. And as of now, they're still holding up quite nicely. So I'm not feeling very confident with you. I'll probably only offer like 50 cents. That leaves us with the double barrel. Well, double barrel shotguns. Unfortunately, they have not been holding up very nicely as of recent. Yeah, the majority of them are down bad. Whilst you do look nice, I'm not feeling very confident, I'm sorry to say. It very likely will just be like a 60 cent to 80 cent barter. Maybe a little bit higher. We'll leave it till Wednesday. We'll keep an eye on the sales and then we'll talk about it. So that's basically everything. I hope I was reasonably concise and straight to the point, explaining myself. But yep, as we get closer and closer to April time, you should be prepared. You should be prepared that prices will be dropping off. But don't worry, it's expected. It's just the way things are. Right, is there anything else to address? Well, as we've already pointed out, player count's been pretty sweet today. Hack Week stuff is being worked on, but as you might notice, another weapon's also being worked on, the Uzi. So, yep, a brand new weapon's being worked on. Also, the M16 is also being worked on, not currently, but it will be out fairly soon. So, more weapons on the horizon to be added to Rust. I'm not sure if people are desperate for something like that, but yeah, it's all good, it's all good. Right, is that honestly everything? Well, I could also point out, if you're curious about Lunar New Year, if you're curious about what interesting skins have been submitted already, what interesting collection continuations are there, consider watching the recent Rust Lunar New Year Workshop Skin Checks video. It's right there on display. There are some interesting designs. There wasn't that many collection continuations though. So what I also did was I went and grabbed the top 3 performing skins and I also showcased them. 3 doors, 1 sheet metal double door and 2 garage doors. If you're curious to see what those horse themed doors look like, they're right there. So, alright, that's cool. I should also point out and take a part in the charity hosted by West Coast Servers. I'll link this in the description because if you want to take part, if you want to contribute to the charity, yeah, it's all for sick kids and whatnot. Money is being raised, and how much is raised so far? Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, could you offer an extra $200, please? Wow. Okay. These people have gone above and beyond. Thank you so much, everybody. What? I need to hop back in. I haven't been there for the second day yet. Whoopsie. Right, well, that's it then. I'll wrap up this video. Thank you so much to everyone who's been watching. And I've got a very nice surprise for you for tomorrow, right? I've got a very, very nice surprise for you. It'll be a short video. I hope you have a wonderful, happy Valentine's. Oh, you know exactly what you're looking forward to, aren't you? Yes, yes. I hope you love it. And yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. So, cool. Thank you very much. Keep an eye out for interesting things. And as I said, over the course of this weekend, I will be making a video just going through all the details in regards to what happened to that training SKS. And, well, we'll then also start guessing how valuable is it? Because if there's only 2 of that skin, well, what do you reckon then? SKSs, they very likely will be a lot more accessible now. How many people were trying to get one of those SKSs, considering that the most recent sales for them on the Steam market was maximum funds? Maximum. Well, I'm just got to wait and see, aren't we? So, all right, cool, that's it, that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me, I greatly appreciate it. Best luck to each and every single one of you, and enjoy your weekend.